Guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. You're welcome to VicTeeFashionHub with Victoria Yetunde. How are you all doing? Hope you're fine. Let's first of all welcome new subscriber. You're welcome to the family. You're welcome. Thank you guys for subscribing, and if you have not, what are you waiting for? Make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification button to see more of my video when I upload it. As returning subscriber, you know I love you guys so much. Thank you. You're welcome back. So on today's tutorial, as you can see, we have done the video. Yeah. So today's video has been the video you guys asked for, and I'm super excited to do this video for you guys. And thank you guys, and I know you're going to watch from the beginning to the end, and make sure you like, comment, share to everyone you want to share to. And before I go, I'm going to be telling you guys the WhatsApp group you asked me to open. Many of you have not entered. Why? So I'm gonna link the link on this comment section or on down below. Anywhere you see it, just click on it and join the group. Thank you for doing that, because I know you're gonna do that. Yeah, you're gonna do that. If not do so thank you guys for watching, and see you guys soon. Thank you. Okay guys, let's just get right to this tutorial. As you can see, the stone was shining. I love the way the stone was shining, and I love the fabric that I used and everything. Please pay attention to this tutorial and ask me any question. So if you're new here, you're welcome. I already welcome you. So let's just go right to today's tutorial. As you can see, this is the back, and let's get right. Let me tell you how I made it. So these are the fabric that I'm going to be using. As you can see, you can use any fabric of your choice, Ankara, anyone you want to use. As you can see on thumbnail, she used Ankara. So these are I want to use crepe material, so, and zip and everything. So this is it. Let's just get right to the tutorial. Why am I saying that again? But anyway, we're first of all going to cut mini skirts. I have a lot of tutorial that is on mini skirt that I'm going to link on this video, so I'm not going to lay too much on the mini skirts. I will make sure that the tutorial is more on the top. So as you can see, this is the mini skirt. You measure your length. Actually, as you can see what I'm doing, then you draw a straight line. So after that, I'm cutting the back part first, then you chalk out the zip part of the back. Like, you can use 2 inches, 1 inches. I don't know, like I almost use all the chalk for this dress, but it was not showing the way I wanted it. But trust me, when I'm cutting out the top, I found another way that you guys is going to see it. So whenever you are cutting, make sure you bring out the band part. I'm using 2 inches for the band. After that, from the waist to the hip part, and then you chalk it out just the way you know how to cut a mini skirt. Then after that, you divide your waist by 4 and chalk it out. The back is going to have darts, so you put 1 inches for your dart, and you put your sewing allowance. So your sewing allowance may be 2 inches, 1.5 inches, depends on what you want. Because our dart is not getting to the hip side, you just divide your hip by 4 and add your sewing allowance, then you chalk it down. Because this is a mini skirt, whatever you have in the hip is what you are going to go down to the down part of the skirt. You just use your straight ruler to draw it down to the skirt. If it's a pencil skirt that is long, that's when we remove 1.5 inches or 2 inches the hem. But this one is a mini skirt, so we just remove like the hip. And I was measuring, maybe it's the same thing. Did I get it right here? So then after that, we are going to cut it out, and we're going to be using this to cut out the front part, as we always do. If you are following me on this YouTube, you know how we do our things. Then you notch out the zipper part of this thing. Then for the budge, you are going to go in by 1/2 inches, then draw a straight line. You know how we do it. I'm going to link a lot of tutorial on mini skirts here. Then you cut it out just for your zip to sit where in your, like, you get. So after that, we're going to be using that to cut out the skirt, the front part. You bring out the zip part and everything. We're going to be using it to cut out. I've already cut out my front part. I don't know if you understand. I told you that I'm not going to lay too much on the mini skirt. It's just basic. Then you go down by half inches or 1 inches in the front, just to give you a good shape in the our tummy. Then just to give you a good shape. And this depends on how the person has tummy. You can use 1 inches. Some people say I've used 1.5. So for me, I use half inches for this my client. So I just use half inch. You can use 1 inches. 1 inches is okay too. 1.5. I've not used 1.5 before, but I use 1 inch. So right now, this is the main tutorial. Pay attention to the tutorial. As you can see, I look for another space, so you guys will be looking at this from the hop, because I found out a lot of people will see they don't see the way I do this. I tried to look for a lot of chalk to do, but it was not doing. As you can see, I looked for most chalk, yellow, peach, just for me to see which one that will do it. But I don't know, the chalk was not even showing. But please make sure you pay attention to whatever I'm saying. That is how you are going to get this tutorial very well. So this is the line I draw was a straight line, the beginning line of the sleeve. Then after that, you are going to draft out you are going to chalk out your length. Look at this chalk. You are going to chalk out your length. Yours may be 18. For me, my client is 18 inches. Yours may be 18, yours may be 20. Depends on how you want the crop top to be long or to be short. The length depends on you or your client actually. So after that, you're going to I later changed the chalk, as you can see, to blue back because I don't understand. So the next thing that we're going to do is the pleating in the front. If you see the dress very well, you see pleating. I've later used 2 inches actually. You see, you can use 1.5 and you can use 2 inches. If you want it more deeper, you can even use 3 inches. Like you see that I fold the fabric into 2. I didn't split it in the when you want to cut out this back of maybe zip or back, that you split it into 2. Don't split this one. You measure the 2 inches or 3 inches or 1.5 inches. Just make sure it start from 1.5 inches and stop at 3 inches. 4 inches will be too long. So 3 inches, 2 inches, 3, then 1.5. Then this one is very compulsory on this dress. So whatever measurement you are going to be taking will start from that 2 inches or 1.5 inches you did. So for my neckline, I'm going to be using 3 by 2.5. So sorry, I'm going to be using 2.5 by 2.5 for the front measurement, because I'm actually cutting out the front right now. I'm going to do tutorial on the back. So this tutorial is well detailed. So for the front, I used 2.5 by 2. You can use 3 by 2.5, 3 by 3, depends on you. Then you divide your shoulder by 2. Then you go down by 1 inches for the slope. You can go down by 1.5 inches, depends on how you want your slope to get to. Then you now draw a straight ruler, just the way you are seeing me doing. Please guys, if you have any question, you can comment down below. I'm going to answer. So to get your armhole, divide your bust by 6 plus 1.5. then you draw it just like that. Whenever you want to chalk out your armhole, start from the slope part, don't start from the upper part, so you will not hang you too much. So after that, you divide your hip by 4. Divide your hip by 4. Your measurement that you are going to start, and you add your sewing allowance. Your sewing allowance can be 2 inches, 3 inches, depends on how free you want the crop top. Then you divide your waist by 4. Divide your waist by 4 and add your sewing allowance too. Then you now chalk it. Whatever measurement you are taking, we start from that 2 inches point. Please take notes. Don't do that mistake and measure from the start. Your measurement start from the 2 inches. Then you divide. After that, you divide your shoulder, your armhole by 2. Then you chalk it, going by half inches or quarter inches, anyone, or 2.5, anyone you want to go in. Then you cuff it. We are done with the cutting of the front. As you can see, after that, you cut out whatever you want to do. So for the back, I realized that the length I used was a bit too long, but make sure you measure very well. So I cut a little bit out. I wish I didn't cut it out because it was a bit short for my client, but she liked it like that. After that, you notch the 2 inches in the front. As you can see what I'm doing, notch it out because it's good. You are going to need it later. So right now we are going to cut out the back part of this tutorial. So this is the difference between normal back and the back. This one does not have zip. So the 2 inches that I bring out, you drag it back. You drag it just the way you are seeing it. So after don't put the 2 inches. This one does not have zip. Like I was saying, this bag does not have zip. So for the zip measurement, I use 1 inch. No, you can use, I first of all use 1 inches, but later I realized that the down is a bit down. You can use 2 inches for the back, or 3 inches, or 2.5 inches by 2.5. You can use 2.5 by 2.5, or 2.5 by 2 inches, just the way you are seeing this. I actually chalk out the 2.5. Then I went that here I chalked out 1 inches, but later on I used 2 inches. So for the back, you know, if the back is too up, it will choke the person. So I hope you understand. So right now, after this, please pay attention to what I actually want to do. So I measure 1 inches, then I just use my freehand method, then cuff it. Please, whatever you cuff here is what you are going to use, is how the back is going to open. If you open it too much, it will be too open for your client. So you have to be very careful here. You can measure it before cutting it out. You can actually do 8 inches, 12, depends on your client too. After that, check it out. You see, this is how it's going to look this is how it's going to look. You see the way I cut it. If you don't understand, comment down below. I will explain more further on this. So after that, we are going to be cutting the lining. Okay, this is the sleeve part. You just fold it in if you want, like the way you want to cut out A-line gown, A-line dress, A-line top, A-line anything. So for us to get, that's how I cut out the sleeve. So I'm done cutting out the bow, this thing for the neckline and also for the band. I'm going to tell you guys the length I used at the end of the video for the neck bow. So this is the stone and this is the lining that I'm going to be using. I've already cut out the lining, as you can see. Make sure your lining is a bit 1 inches. So I put paper stay on all the fabric. So after I'm done, I'm going to iron it, as you can see. So let's get right to the sewing tutorial. So before we go to the sewing tutorial, you see that 2 inches we picked in the middle of the front. You will chalk it out. You know, when you split it now, it will turn to 4 inches. Me, I used 2 inches. You may use 3 inches. You may use whatever you do. You chalk the middle part out. So you are going to stone only that middle part, because later on, if you are sew it finished, you won't be able to chalk it. So this is the pencil that I got to pick my stone. I don't know if you get it. Then I will advise you use sharpener to sharpen it than blade. Then you now use it to touch your stone and put it on top, touch your stone and put it on top. So after that, you stone it. So I'm done stoning the middle part. So let's get right to the sewing tutorial. So this is the lining for the front, right side facing each other. You sew the down, you use the down, you drag it and sew the down part, and use the down part to use the lining to turn the dress in. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So that's the skirt part. You shall use all the lining to turn the fabric in. I did video on this, but I didn't know it deleted on my phone. But what you have to do is just use the tutorial, because this dress is going to have a band. We are not going to sew the neckline of the front or of the back, because it's going to have a collar bow. So I'm done sewing it. As you can see, this is the back part and this is the skirt of the back. After this, you are going to give it a good press, please. A good press is very important. So this is the front, and I'm going to, so I'll just quickly show you guys quick tutorial on the back part. You do your dart. After that, you place the two back, place them together and sew it a little bit. Put your zip. Then after putting your zip, place the front and the back together, sew your client, then put your band. That is all I did for this tutorial of the skirt. So we are done with the skirt. If you want to know more about skirt, there's tutorial on my YouTube channel. You can check out mini skirt. So let's just get right to the top first. The top is the most important thing. So after that, this is the front. You fold it into two. So after folding it into two, you see that notch place you notch. This way is very important. That's why I said you should notch it. Make sure you notch it. It's very important. So after notching, you just sew like 1.5 inches in the neckline or 2 inches. Then for the down, you can sew 3 inches or 4 inches, any one of your choice. After sewing it, as you can see, the middle part is open. This is why I say you should stone it later. Then you now use your iron to sew it, like you put it in the middle and iron it. Don't sew it though, you just iron it to give you a good pair. As you can see, it's already giving me a good. It's only the middle that is open. So when she wear, will give us. So you can use your Amy gum to just gum the down part of the front. So as you can see, we are done with that. So after that, you are going to place your back part right side facing each other with the front, as you can see me doing. Then you sew it and weave it. Then you do the other side, place it like what I'm doing. Then you place it, sew it and weave. Then you sew 1 inch of our half inches of the side. We are almost done with this tutorial. So after I was done, I give it a good press. I do always tell you that ironing is very important when it comes to your sewing. You can see the way the back is. My own was a bit too open, but make sure yours was, it depends on your client though. So you see the front part, the middle part is still open, as you can see. So let's fix the sleeve before going to the neckline. That is my label, VicTeeFashionHub. If you want to place order from us, we are always available to sew clothes for you. Thank you guys. So after that, you take your armhole, sew the down part of your sleeve, then turn it into two and sew it and fix it to your dress. This is a simple something for any beginner to do. So after that, we are done. I was done sewing the sleeve part. So let's go to the neckline part. So this is the sleeve part. I weaved, I cleaned everything. So for the neckline, I used 10 inches, 5 inches. So 5 inches, 5 inches. You can use 4.5, depends on how big you want it. Then you iron it. You now fold it into two. Fold it into two and notch the midpoint. Please pay attention. You notch the midpoint. After notching the midpoint, this is how it's going to look. You notch the midpoint. After notching the midpoint, you are going to take your cloth and measure the neckline. You measure how many inches your neckline is giving you. Yours may be 16, 18. After that, you divide the neckline into two. You know we have fold this thing into two, then you now chalk it out. You see what I'm doing? You chalk it out. So after that, you go to the mid part, whatever you want your neckline to be. It may, for mine, I use 1.5. Then you now cuff it down to the chalk line you chalk. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Like you just give it a cuff straight to that place. Like just give it a cuff. Like just cuff it to go and meet that line you make, whatever your neckline is. Then you cut it out. After that, you notch the midpoint of that place. When you notch the midpoint, you will now turn it to the left side. You will sew it to go and meet where you chalk that time. Then you sew the other side too and meet the chalk. After sewing, you use your scissors or whatever you use to turn cloth, to turn it inward and outward. Is it inward or outward? Anyone, you just use it to turn it in. So after that, you notch out the midpoint of the front. The midpoint is already there because we sewed the midpoint. Then you now pick one side of the midpoint you notch and sew it the other side, and use the other side to turn it in. You do the other side too. So after I was done, this is how it looks. I have to try it on to show you guys how it looks. I tried it on top of my clothes, that's why I didn't give it, but it was okay. This is how it looks. So after that, you're going to start stoning from the skirt. This is the mini skirts. From the skirt, it starts stoning everything. This is where another work is. So this is a stone I'm going to be using. So at this point, I was doing TikTok video and also stoning my clothes. So I love the way this come out. Look at the shining of the stone. This is the back. Oh my god, this is giving. I love this. So thank you so much for watching. If you watch and you're watching now, you have not subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notification button to see more of my video when I upload it. If you have any tutorial you want me to make sure you join our WhatsApp group to come and chat me, or you comment down below. And thank you for watching. You're going to see how it looks on my clients when she came for fitting section. She said the back was open a little bit, so make sure you are very cautious of the back measurement, but she loved the outfit, the stone. Thank you guys, see you guys next week. Bye, love you. Thank you for watching my video, and if you have any question, please guys make sure you comment down below, and please make sure you subscribe if you have watched it till the end. Make sure you subscribe if you have not, and make sure you like this video so my YouTube will send my video out to more people. Like, comment, share to the family. Make sure you share. Thank you so much. If you have any tutorial, you can comment down below, and also join our WhatsApp group that we talk about lots of things there. So make sure you comment down below, and see you guys next week on Monday, and stay tuned for more video. Thank you. See you guys. Love you. I know you love me. You love to see my face. Bye guys.